Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week I have a couple of announcements for you. If you I just want to say, if you donated or pledged to my Kickstarter, I've hit the target and I'm so super grateful. If you were a part of making that happen, from my heart to yours, I truly thank you. On the 10th of December, so this week, I will be a part of a talk with Achyuta Bhava Das on his channel with the creative introvert Kat Nelligan. I'm so excited to be a part of this and super honored actually, because yeah, this dude is an amazing astrologer and it's really it's very humbling to be a part of something so awesome. So if you want to be there, check it out on his channel on the 10th of December. The link will be in the description box below. And so yeah, just show up. And then finally, for the 21st of December, the winter solstice, I have an alignment activation session going on. If you were there last year, you know how awesome it was. And this year we're hoping to make it bigger. And I also have a guest who's going to be bringing a totally different perspective to this this whole conjunction business that everyone's talking about, that you will not find anywhere else. It's going to be unique, and at the end of that, as if it wasn't enough, I'm going to shoot everybody off with an FLP session right at the end, so you can take a look at what your personal future has in store for you. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Seats are $33.33. It's like less than anything that I offer, and that's how important it is to me that I add to the collective and get people to where they need to be at this really crucial, powerfully important time. So if you want to get your seat there, spaces are limited. Hit the link in the description box below. Before we start, no, we've got that. So your key to the week is the Star card. This is about finding your tribe. This is about connecting to your people. This is going to be a week where if there is something that you have to say, if there's something that you want to share with the world that you believe is important for the collective, this would be a really important and very powerful time to say it. This is a time for you to connect, Gemini. Make a point of building or creating or at least strengthening any connections that you have to people that you believe are your soul calling or your soul tribe. All right. For your actions and options, you have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords coupled with the Star card, what do we say? That's an Aquarius, right? So in some way, shape or form, for you Gemini people, an Aquarius will feature for you this week. Now, you've got the Ace of Swords as your actions and options. This is about you making something official. This is about you saying, yes, I'm moving ahead with this, but more importantly, I'm going to make a declaration here. So this could be something that you're sharing with the world. It could be something that you're sharing with somebody that you consider to be your soul family or your soul tribe. What I kind of get from this more than anything else is that this is going to be a powerful week for you when it comes to your outlook, when it comes to your career. There's something big that you are hoping to share, and when it comes to connections as well, like with people, there's something this week that it's almost like you feel this drive in order to declare, right, you know what, maybe this is my person. Not the Aquarius, but maybe, there's somebody in your life that you think, you know what, I'm ready to take the plunge. There's a big commitment in some way, shape or form that's going to be made this week, and I'm really excited to see how it shows up. Now, the other thing is as well, it doesn't have to be an Aquarius. This could actually be you, Gemini. Remember the King of Swords, usually an air sign male, Gemini, Aquarius or a Libra, and it doesn't have to be a guy. All right, so there you go. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. And this is about you staying put. So this week, you may, I'm going to put it to you really clearly. You guys know me. When I see what I see, I will just say it. This week, you could have either a challenge or an argument or a bit of a debate that comes up with somebody that you care about. Maybe this is, for some of you, this could be somebody that's a potential partner. And, sometimes they do, sometimes some people do that thing where they try to push you away because they're scared to get into the relationship. This may happen for you this week. It might come up, and this Four of Pentacles is you basically saying, I'm not budging. You can push and you can try to alienate me, and you can try to you know, force me out and push me out, and you can act like a douche just because, you know, it's easier than actually being connected to somebody. But I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. You know, I'm here. You could be saying this to a potential partner. You could be saying this to a soul family or a soul friend. For some of you, you might have a friend that usually does that. You know, like they'll just disappear and go quiet because, you know, they're dealing with their crap on their own. Do you know what I mean? And this week, it's kind of like you're bringing somebody out of their shell and saying, I'm not budging. I'm not moving. So no matter how hard you push, no matter how much you try to ignore me, I'm not going anywhere. So you're just going to have to deal with it. All right. And, you know, fair play to you as well for having that stay in power or that stick in power. You know, it's nice to see that there are still people like that in the world. For your money and materials, you have the Queen of Pentacles. It's a good card to have for the Queen of Pentacles. And interestingly enough, look at this. You've got it with the Four of Pentacles. It does look like this week you'll be making a big financial decision. You might not necessarily be acting on that decision this week, but this week you will be making a big financial decision and you'll be coming to a final conclusion. So it looks like maybe some of you have been doing a lot of sums, or, you know, let me do my maths, let me get my head around this. Is it going to be possible? Is now the right time to do it? You know, do I have enough money to see me through, you know, whatever the project or whatever is? And it looks like a lot of you have done the right calculations, because the Queen of Pentacles doesn't make those kinds of mistakes. So when it comes to your money and materials this week, finance looks good, and it looks like you've made a very solid decision. Now it's just about finding the courage to really go ahead with it. And, you know, look at that. You've got the King of Swords there. So for your physical health and vitality this week, your Queen of Wands is asking you to look at your diet, your digestive system, you know, what you're ingesting in general, really, you know, whether that's through food, alcohol, food, liquids, you know, mentally, emotionally. Like, this is a real it's a powerful week for you to pay attention to what you're consuming. And then for your home and environment, some of you, it does look like you might be gearing up for that move. So it looks like a lot of you have finally come to that decision. You know what? I think I'm ready. And now it's just getting the funds behind me, or making the funds that I have work for me in the way that I would like them to. For your love and relations, you got the Fool card. I'm just a fool in love. I giggle and I laugh, but it does appear, for those of you that are single anyway, you smitten honey. I like this, and look at this, right? This is you demonstrating the staying power. And so for those of you that are single, there is a connection, and it looks like there's one already in place. So this isn't some, like, it is new, but it kind of feels, because you've got the Four of Pentacles, so it kind of feels like it's already in place for a lot of you. However, if you are just getting to know somebody, or you're just making that, you know, forging that connection, this, I don't want to say like this is the one, but just be aware that they may carry an energy that has you hooked. For those of you that are single, for those of you that are partnered, the suggestion here is that you and your partner, you're literally looking at pastures anew, greener pastures somewhere else. It's kind of like, you know what, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to move into that new space. I think we're ready to go to that new, what's the word? That new destination. And a lot of you are just, it's kind of like, you know, it's the fool's leap, right? It's like, we're not sure if it's going to work, but it feels like the right time to do it. So if we're going to do it, it's got to be now. So this week's going to be a big decision week for you guys. So it'll be interesting to see how this shapes up. If you want to get your seat on the winter solstice session, please, please, please hit the link in the description box below. $33.33. Trust me, you want to be there for this. It's just packed full of so many amazing things and amazing insights, not just from me, you know, if I do say so myself, but from the guests that I have. You really want to be there for this, so hit that link in the description. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.